Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've got another empties video for you, so I'm just going to get started. My first empty is a rather large one and it's this woodwick candle. I just discovered these candles quite recently, but I really like them. As you can see, the shape is quite interesting. So it's kind of like an eye shape, and this one is called woodwick because it sounds like wood is crackling when you burn it, which is really nice because it kind of gives the illusion that you've got a nice log fireplace, especially with winter coming up. And I got this one in pineapple. I absolutely love pineapple candles and things, my favourite. The wick on this one, I suppose woodwick, as I said, it sounds like wood burning, but the wick was also kind of a straight line that went across, so when you lit it, it went shh and all the way up, and it was quite cool. I did go through this one quite quick. That's because I burn candles all the time. I really like them. I would definitely purchase this one again. They're not cheap. I think this was about 20 to 30 pounds, but I would get them again. It did last me a kind of good amount of time, I suppose. And I have got another one that I'm going to get for Christmas, the cinnamon one, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, that's my first empty. So as usual, moving on to the popcorn box, which is super full. It's overflowing with products. Oh, okay, that's that gone. So I'm just going to dig in as usual and tell you what I thought about the products. This one keeps falling, so I'll start with this because it keeps falling out the box. I actually mentioned this in my last favourites video, and they're the Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix Daily Cleansing Pads. When I spoke about them before, I was nearly finished, and obviously I am finished now. I only had a couple left, but these are really good. They're really good to use because they're pre-soaked pads with glycolic acid. I think they make such a good difference to my skin, and these are ones where I actually do notice a change in my skin. I finished this random soap. I just thought I'd mention it because I picked it up from the shop Tiger in Edinburgh. It kind of sells really random stuff in there, and this one was the bergamot orange hand soap. So it was really nice. It obviously smelled of oranges, but if I ever mention soap in my empties, I always say I prefer the Carex ones that smell of bubblegum and cola bottle. I always seem to have deodorant in these, but I finished another Sure deodorant, so that's fine. I like the Sure ones, I also like the Dove ones, so you know, it's just deodorant. I also mentioned this in my favourites video, and it's the Freedom Brush Bath, and I've been through maybe 2 of these now. As you can see, it's all gone. As I've said before, because it's a soap, it does kind of go quite quickly because it's dissolving in the water as well, but I really like this for cleaning my brushes. It's a good affordable option, and it makes my brushes smell really nice. So definitely, well, I've got another one on the go of these already, but once I finish that, I will get another one. I finished up this Biore or Biore Free Your Pores Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser. I remember I needed a face wash, and I just grabbed this one quickly because I think I was in a hurry at the time. And I saw that it was charcoal, and I thought it would be really good. But then when I put it on my face, I was like, oh no, because I could feel the menthol, and menthol is very irritating for your skin. It doesn't really help much. This was a charcoal colour, kind of a blue-black colour, but I wouldn't repurchase it just purely because of the menthol, as I said. I finished another Olay eye makeup remover. Every time I say the same thing, it's my holy grail one. I hope they never discontinue it. I've used up this Kind Natured sea salt and bergamot, another bergamot thing, body wash, which is free from sulfates, parabens and petrochemicals. So my mum actually picked this up for me. She does that when she comes to visit. She's very nice like that. She'll buy me things for the bathroom and stuff. So I got this, and I don't know if it's because of the sea salt, but it kind of reminds me of those sea salt crisps you can get like at parties and things. But this was nice. Also wouldn't be an empties without an empty cotton pad thing from Primark. These are just 50p, and I go through them like crazy. And also cotton buds from Primark, which are also 50p. Actually, that's really good because you get 200 cotton buds, so good bargain there. I actually hauled this, I think, in my Sephora haul, and it was the Toly Moly Panda's Dream Eye Patch. This was just a soothing eye patch, obviously for under your eyes, and I think on the packet it said you only get 1 use, but I found that quite a lot of products still stayed in the pads, so I had a few uses out of them. I never really know if these make a difference, but they feel quite nice and cooling if you're wanting to have a pamper session. Here's another one. So just casually chuck them over my shoulder. I probably mentioned before that I don't have a bath, you know, obviously at my flat where I live, but I do have baths when I go home. And I used up this Body Shop apple jelly. glazed apple jelly, and this was a Christmas edition, and it was basically just like a jelly consistency. I did like this. It came with a little cute spatula there. The only thing was that I found I had to use quite a lot in order for it to foam up and really take effect. So I did get it in the sale at the time, so you know, it was only like a £5 or £7 or something, so that was good. I love the apple smell as well. Sometimes I mention toothpaste, sometimes I don't. I just kind of, if it's empty, chuck it in there and see if I want to talk about it. But this one, I usually like the Oral-B toothpaste, but this is blue. Like the actual toothpaste is blue, and I really don't like that because it stains everything. I find that it stains just like my sink and my towels, and it's just like really kind of annoying. So I didn't mean to pick it up because I didn't know it was blue, but yeah, I wouldn't get this one. It's the Healthy Shine Oral-B one. I do like Oral-B toothpaste, I use them quite a lot, but just I don't want the blue one. I've used up my absolute favourite dry shampoo, which is the Dove one. I don't know why I keep calling it this today, putting it against my head. But this is the Refreshing Care Dove Dry Shampoo. It smells so good. It just does amazing things to my hair, and I love it, although I don't always see it in the shops, so I really hope they're not discontinuing it. Another dry shampoo I've used up is the Aussie Miracle Dry Shampoo. For fine limp hair, but I wasn't a fan of this. Well, I didn't like the smell. It kind of smelled kind of herbally, as you would expect, kind of plant-like. But I did like the texture it gave to my hair, but it's one of the clear ones, so it doesn't give you like the powdery texture, which I quite like. So I wouldn't pick this up again, and I didn't like the smell, as I said. I tried out the Primark eye masks as well. These were just little sunflower ones, and they were quite nice. You got 4 eye patches for £1, and again, I don't know if it's just purely cosmetic and just kind of nice to have soothing eye patches, but I never noticed a difference with these, but you know, give them a go anyway. Little Woodwick coconut melt as well, like in addition to my candle, but I did find that these didn't really kind of have much of a smell. I think it's probably because there's less of the candle itself, but it's £1.99, which is not cheap, and I was expecting more scent from it, although the coconut scent is really nice. I've used up these mascara buds with eye makeup remover in them. I've featured them in a few videos, and you get them from Marks and Spencer's, so they're really handy. It's good to have, you know, in your handbag or something for correcting any mistakes. I seem to have quite a few face washes in here this month, but I've tried this Ultra Bland cleanser from Lush for the first time, and it's basically a balm cleanser, and I really like this. Stop peeping. I really like this cleanser. I saw that Caroline Hirons recommended it as a cheaper alternative to your high-end cleansing balms, and I really like this. It's ever so slightly gritty texture, which is quite nice for exfoliating, but it was really kind of velvety soft, and it didn't break me out, which is always my main worry, and I would definitely pick this one up again. Ultra Bland Lush. Another cleanser I've used is this Avène Gentle Gel Cleanser, and it says it's for normal to combination sensitive skin. I actually don't have like sensitive or normal skin really, but I'd heard recommendations from another YouTuber about this, and it was okay. It was kind of soapy smelling to me, which makes me a bit wary, because again, I don't want to be putting like actual soap in my face, but I just thought it was just meh, alright. So I definitely wouldn't pick it up again, but it probably would be nice if you do have sensitive skin, because it is just so gentle. I've used up a Garnier micellar water, which are great and really affordable, and I picked these up now instead of Bioderma. And I've also used up another one of my favourites, Body Shop hand sanitizer in pink grapefruit. This is probably my favourite scent. And speaking of sanitizer, I've used up this little travel size of my Beauty So Clean spray. As I mentioned before, I can't actually find Beauty So Clean anymore, which is a bit annoying, but this was a good little handy size to bring in my travel makeup bag, because I always want to make sure my makeup is really sanitized. So if I can find it again, I will buy it again. It used to have a label, but I peeled it off. But as I say, I can't find it. So if you know where you can buy Beauty So Clean, please leave me a comment below. I've used up this, and this is what I got instead of the Beauty So Clean when I needed to replace my big one for cleaning my brushes. And this smells awful. I couldn't believe it when I sprayed it. I was like, oh, it just kind of smells really chemically, but like they put lemon over the top to try and disguise it, but it just, oh, it kind of gives me a headache actually. So I really did not like this at all. It cleaned my brushes fine for spot cleaning, but I could not stand the smell, and I obviously didn't want my brushes smelling that either, so definitely would not repurchase this. No. This next thing isn't completely used up, this always happens, and it's the Sally Hansen Insta Dry Top Coat. As you can see, I've got quite a lot left, but it goes really gloopy towards the end, which is a bit of a waste. But I will definitely repurchase this because it dries my nail polish so fast and makes them really shiny, and I usually get actually about a week's wear of my nail polish when I wear this. So yeah, I've got one that I'm using just now, like a different top coat, but once I run out of that, I'll purchase this as well. A couple more skincare items. I don't know if you even get this anymore, but this was the Clean and Clear Quick Spot Treatment, and I really like this actually. I found it was quite effective. It's one of the ones that, you know, you put it on a spot and you kind of feel it sting a little bit, which I quite like because it's like it's getting rid of it. And it says that it reduces spots in 4 hours, so don't know if that claim is exactly true, but I did really like this as a spot treatment, so if they do still sell it, I'll probably get it again. Next thing though, the only thing I liked about this was the packaging. And this is the Hyaluron Moisture Jelly, and I really thought I'd like it because I really like the Hyaluron Serum, which is kind of the same consistency and everything, but this is just the moisturizer version. So the packaging is one of the ones with the hole in the top, kind of like Kate Somerville ones, so that's nice for being hygienic. Gotta stop dropping things. But this, I just didn't like it at all. I don't feel like it hydrated my skin at all, and if anything, it stung my skin. It always used to sting me around my nose area, which is really weird, and you know, not what you want from a moisturizer. So I just didn't look forward to using this. I just wanted to use it up. But please don't get me wrong, I love Indeed, I love Peptibright and Hyaluron normally, so you know, that's why I was surprised this didn't really work out for me. Okay, and the rest of the stuff is actually makeup. So I've given up on my Body Shop All-in-One Face Base. This, as you can see slightly, is kind of yellow powder. This is in the shade 2. I really like this. It gives you a little bit of coverage and it kind of evens out redness with it being yellow based. But again, the packaging broke. This happens with all my makeup and it's not me, I swear. The only thing I don't like about the packaging is that it is quite bulky when it's, you know, a full package. It kind of is quite domed and big. But I did really like this powder. It's very smooth, so I would repurchase it. I gave up on my Pink Cloud blush from Natural Collection. As you can see, I did hit pan, but I just had this for too long, like years and years, so I've got so many other blushes. I love these Natural Collection ones. They're really good value for money and they're very, very pigmented for the price. I think they're about $1.99, so I really like this. I've got the peachy one and it's really beautiful, but as I say, this one is just a bit old and I have hit pan, so you know, time to go. I've used up this tiny wee Kiko lip gloss pencil, which is quite an interesting concept actually. Can I get the lid off? So as you can see, it's completely used up. It was just like a chubby stick, but it was really nice actually. It was very comfortable on the lips. It wasn't sticky like a lip gloss, but it had the shine of a lip gloss. And this was in a pale pink colour. I think it was number 7. This was really nice. It was only about this big to start with, so it wasn't like one of your really long lip crayons, but I would pick this up again. Okay, last couple of things. I've used up my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. This is nice. I used to really like it and I didn't like it as much this time for some reason, but it's got a really kind of thick brush, as you would expect for a voluminous mascara. Just looks like that. And the funny thing is though, I found that it gave me more length and volume, which obviously isn't really what you're looking for with a voluminous mascara, but this is nice, and I think L'Oreal mascaras are pretty good, so you know, might pick that up again in the future. I've used up my Soap & Glory Brow Archery Pencil. I mentioned this in my YouTube Made Me Buy It video and I didn't like it. It's one of the ones that everyone raves about and it's supposed to be a dupe of the Anastasia, but I just wasn't a fan. As I said in the other video, I just find it really kind of waxy, and yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this even though people rave about it. I'm sure if you like that sort of thing with a tiny little pencil, like really minute pencil and with quite a waxy consistency, then you would probably like this, but I just wasn't really a fan of it. And the very last thing I've used is this Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation in the white shade, which is 01, and I basically use this as a foundation mixer because nothing is light enough for me. Although I am wearing, I'm trying out the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation in the lightest shade and it seems okay. I love the serum one, but I've never tried this, but I like it too, just FYI. It is quite expensive being Illamasqua, so I have picked one up from Makeup Revolution, I think, just that's a tiny wee bottle just to see if that's, you know, going to be any use. But I love having a white foundation now because I just feel like no matter what foundation I buy from the drugstore or whatever, I can just mix it to make it match me, which is really good. and this foundation doesn't break me out or anything. Only thing I don't like about it as well is that the packaging is quite hard to get the product out. It's really hard to squeeze it out because, as you can see, it's kind of a funny shape. But when it was getting to the end as well, it's kind of really difficult to get the product out. But you know, it's fine. The foundation itself is good. So that's it. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.